Yup. Okay, I am back. All right, guys, welcome back to the Real Estate Lunchbox. I'm your host, Leon Duncan. Real Estate Lunchbox, where real estate meets the culture. 20 years in the real estate business, investor, agent, broker, wholesaler, fix and flipper, private money lender. I've done a whole bunch of different things. Yeah, United States Army veteran. And I started real estate when I got out the military. And I love real estate. You guys are here today because we're going to talk something about, talk a little bit about what's going on in real estate market when it comes to flippers. We're also going to touch on some of the worst restaurants in Atlanta because they got some really bad restaurants. Now, I know sometimes I do a lot of worst restaurants, worst apartments, worst cities, worst towns, worst this. I'm going to do some more of like the best, like top 10, top 5. I did a top 10, top 5. I believe I did that. You know, I believe I had that. I did that. Yes, I did. Okay, yeah, I did. I did the top 10 towns to live in Atlanta in the surrounding areas. I know I did. Huh? Yeah, but before we start rocking, yo, check this out. We always about getting that mind right. I'm gonna share with you some. Always like sharing with y'all some of my craziest Facebook posts, some of the craziest Instagram, TikTok stuff that I see, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and fill out the poll, man. Have you considered flipping? Have you considered wholesaling real estate in 2026? Now, wholesaling is flipping paper, whereas flipping houses, you're actually flipping the project, right? Hint, hint. You're flipping the house. One of them has a bunch of risks. The other one is we can't find a wholesaler. Where did he go? Nah, I'm just joking. Not that bad, but yeah, it's easier, less risk. You're less risk prone if you're gonna do that. Less risk prone, man. But yeah, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna talk about that, and I got a couple other things to cover. Man, I did not know that the city of Atlanta just purchased, or they didn't purchase. They went under contract to buy the old CNN building. We're gonna talk a little bit more about that, because of course we got to know where to go with the money, where to buy at, where you want to invest at, where you want to put your money at when all of this is taking place. They don't talk about this until the end, just like the Gulch. They didn't tell y'all anything about that until, well, you know now. English Avenue, man, shout out to my people. I want to shout out all my people who watch this in replay. I appreciate the love. I appreciate you guys taking a chance to, just taking a chance on me, taking a chance on your boy sitting down here talking a lot of smack. Yeah, yeah, yeah. AI is cleaning it up. Some agents are jumping out of the business. Where do I go? I go over to YouTube to start talking to you about getting into the business. Not on the agent side, please. Don't make me laugh. Um, nothing wrong with getting in on the agent side, but more, I believe there's always opportunity. You know, there's always opportunity. There's always a chance to make money if you know where to go. So I just want to tell you where to go. And as I put together the school community to tell you about real estate, to tell you about wholesaling, to tell you about flipping, to get you in that mindset of building a actual brand with real estate, because I got a lot of agents. I think I had like 12, 13 agents that I was working with that was part of my team when I was at another brokerage, and none of them would actually build the brand. But right now, most of them have quit. But your boy came over here to YouTube because I love building brands. I love brand building. I love talking to the 10, 15, 20 year ago me. I love talking to the 3 year ago me and anybody else that will listen. Anybody else that will listen. Because if I can give you some jewels, you're going to make some better moves. And God knows you won't be like some of these other people in the business.
Oh no!
I've seen them at some open houses, not open houses, networking events recently, and I'm like, God, do they not know that YouTube is the top of funnel? Like, that is just where it is now. It's not TikTok, it's not Facebook. It is literally YouTube. That's why this channel, I want you to like, subscribe, and follow it. Okay. I got a whole series right now on house deals. I'm just trying to determine, because I've already been doing the recording over the last couple of weeks. Just trying to determine if I drop it on this channel or I drop it on another channel. If you want to hear anything on this channel about deals, how to find deals, like to tour some of these deals with me, because I go out and I tour real estate. That's why we had to drop it from 5 days out a week to 3 days, because I can't keep touring, looking at houses, working with clients, working with investors, moving the needle forward. And then, well, I can. I just needed more time, you know? So that's the reason why we got to switch it up a little bit right here. Boy, we got to do the switch up. Got to do the switch up. But, you know, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about everything in this game is all about mindset. That's why when some people say, hey, I can't get into it, I'm trying to get into it, I'm trying to do that real estate thing, Leon, I'm trying to do it, they won't let me in, I don't have enough money, I got to go save some money. That's why I tell you, go do the wholesaling thing. You can rack up some dough just doing what you already do. That's your part-time hustle. Because we're in 2026, everybody needs a part-time hustle, and you need to have that part-time hustle be an AI-related part-time hustle. I'm truly believe. You got to do AI right now. That AI has to be involved in your hustle. I'm not buying anything from nobody unless it has AI tied to it. I don't care if it doesn't say AI. I'm not messing with it. That means if it says, if somebody tells me, hey, Leon, we can help your clients rent properties, send them over to us if they need to rent. I'm going to say, can you do it with AI? They're going to say, no, we don't do it with AI. Delete. Skeet, skeet. It's done. That's what I'm going to do. If an agent comes to me and say, man, I don't know anything about that AI stuff. I don't know about that. I'm too old for AI. Delete. If you come up to me and you talk about you're going to build a business in 2026, I'm going to say to you, delete. If it's not AI, delete. Real talk. I mean, real talk. You know, did you just hear they say SaaS is dead? Oh, man. I'm going to do a video on that completely because SaaS is dead. I opened up my CRM yesterday, and I had spun up 2 websites just to vibe coding. Crazy. If you don't know what vibe coding is, that's when you literally tell it what you want, and it will build it for you. All the little extra pieces are not. And when I put on the carousel, and I told it to put the picture at the bottom, the carousel right there, give me a live calendar, give me a rolling tick view of how many people visit the site, blah, blah, blah. And it did all that. I said, damn, woo. A lot of y'all ain't ready for what's coming. But you listening to Real Estate Lunchbox, and if you're really, really good, really, really smart, you're going to go over to The Real Leon Duncan on YouTube, and you're going to follow that. And if you really, really, really just want to just kill and just got to eat, go over to Atlanta Property Lion, because that's where we're going to post our tours. And the site is out. Ain't no video. Because I was trying to debate, do I put it here or put it there? More than likely, I'm probably going to put it there. More than likely. My whole goal at the end of the day is I want you guys to walk away with some value. I want you to walk away with some entertainment, because I could talk numbers all day. We can talk about people moving in, and we could talk about this and talk about, but shit, bro, I just want your mind to get better. I just want you to get better. I just want to help you. Help me. Help you. Nah, Leon, we don't care what you got to say. Whatever. Hey. Yo, let me tell you something. At the end of the day, the people don't really come out until they see that you winning. You can't be working. They got to see it. They just like Jesus, just like Thomas told Jesus, can I just touch you? I don't know if you're real or not. Let's go.
One thing you got to realize about life is ain't nobody going to be on board until they work. You might have 1 or 2 people that's really going to rock with you from the start. Most people are not going to be on board with you until they see it work. And then the people that you got to really evaluate if you want them around or in your life when it works. Don't nobody want to be with you in the grind process, but everybody want to show up and be a part of the successful end of what you're doing. So, for those of you people that had to grind, You had to get it out the mud, and you wasn't.
Hey, and y'all know I ain't for grind mentality, but I get what he's saying. He talking about doing the work, and there's a lot of y'all out there doing the work because y'all see what's coming down the line. Y'all see what's about to take place economically, with AI, with real estate, just with the overall market, and that's why y'all here. That's why y'all listening. That's why y'all listen. I don't believe in the grind. I believe in the rest. I believe in the rest. Let's go. Come on.
Nobody around to help you, or nobody around to see the vision. Every time you talked about it, everybody just kind of was like, "Oh, okay, that sound cool." They got to throw that little in front of what you doing. Your little video, your little project, your little business, your little, and then as soon as it work, all of a sudden their eyes light up.
Oh, you're like, yo, Lil, I saw you. You were doing that little business, yeah, wasn't you doing some little real estate thing? You're like, how girls be like, women be like, the agents be like, I saw you. You were doing don't you talk about a little investment thing? You do a little investment stuff, talk about with real estate, a little bit of that.
It's your decision now. Now, do with this information what you will. Now, you a fool if you decide to keep them people around, or if you decide to continue to converse with those people. You need to realize who the real ones are from the fake ones, because there's going to be a whole lot of people that show up when it start working. Whole lot of people.
Oh, yeah. My man. Oh, just a little bit of chapstick on the lip, my man. Just a little bit. Oh, yeah. Just a little bit. Not a lot of it. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ooh. Okay, yo, why I stopped chatting and started doing move in silence. I truly believe that. Yeah, you should move in silence. My mom paid my sweet rent 6 months up front and purchased all my product because she believes in me. When I told my dad my idea, he told me it probably would fail. It probably would fail. That's a pop. That's a real dad for you right there. That's why I don't tell people anything. Yeah, I know.
I don't know who needs to hear this right now, but the less people celebrate you is the more that it actually shows that you're winning. Think about it. People love clapping for mediocrity. They'll hype up the bare minimum all day long. But the moment that you actually level up, silence, crickets, no likes, no comments, no congratulations. But you check your story views and they're there every single day. So here's what's actually happening. Your success makes them uncomfortable. Some stay quiet because praising your win forces them to confront their own loss. They study your moves. They check your page like it's their job. The silence isn't proof you're failing. It's proof you're doing something they can't ignore. Do me a favor, keep building, because the right people are seeing you, and the rest, they're just the audience.
Yeah. Keep on building. And I'm shouting out, this is for everyone building. Y'all building your real estate business. You're building your wholesale business. You're building your AI business. You're building your clients. Just doing whatever it is. I don't care, from being a barber all the way down to moving concrete. Keep building. Keep building. Keep building on your skills. Keep building on your ability. We're in this 2026, and I believe the way that this year started, it's not going to end the same way. Okay? And you got to be building right about now. If you haven't started already, don't worry. Anybody that said they started, yeah, they probably did, but it's a different start in 2026. Yeah, come on.
I don't know who needs to hear this, but some people in your life don't actually like you. They just like having access to you. And the wild part is they stay close enough to see everything, but never close enough to support anything. Some of your biggest haters aren't strangers on the internet. They're the ones who sit at your table and smile in your face and get quieter every time something goes right for you. Pay attention to the people who only show up when they think you're struggling. They don't want updates. They want reassurance that you haven't outgrown the role that they put you in.
Ooh, I like that. They want reassurance that you haven't outgrown the role that they put you in.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, and it's worse. they will come out of the blue. Remember that $5 you owe me? Remember that 10? Yeah, you owe me that $10. Let me get some of that $10, young buck. Okay, cool. Yo, cool. What you doing over there? Nigga, get the hell out. Take your $10 and move on. That's all you see is $10. Take your $10 and move on.
There are people who feel safer when your life stays predictable,
Ooh.
when your confidence stays low, and when your world stays small, because it keeps them comfortable. But the moment you start growing, setting boundaries, or simply choosing peace, suddenly you become different, distant, or hard to deal with.
Oh man, dude, grandma dropping some jewels on this thing. And she's not wrong. We don't want, a lot of people don't want to admit it, but she's not wrong. And I think part of it too, I can't bash everybody, some of those people that stay away. Some of them, sometimes they're just insecure. They just don't understand. They're still trying to figure out what they're doing with their life. And then they look at you, you're pivoting, you're doing this, you're doing that, doing that. They're like, oh, I need to go do something. No, when I would see people doing that, I wouldn't think I need to go do something. I'll be like, man, yo, that's dope. That's really dope. I tell my wife, I'll be like, hey, babe, that's dope. You see what he's doing right there? If I like it. If I think it's booty, I'm going to tell him.
Oh, no.
I'm like, yo, that's booty. That thing ain't going to work. Yo, but at the end of the day, let me tell you, they do it a lot of times because it's insecurity. Like, they don't quite know how to connect with you based on what you're actually doing. And then sometimes they think if what you're doing, if they talk to you about it, you're going to act like, hey, I'm better than you.
Congratulations. Well done.
If you can get to that part. But yeah, sometimes they're like that. You've got to know inside of yourself, I keep saying, who you are, and that the validation of people don't mean nothing. It never has and never will. You made it mean something in your head and in your mind because you were trained already. Most people, 95% of the people on this earth, and don't think that it's a bash. That other 5%, they got some other stuff, but 95 are just tied to what other people say, think, and feel about them. I mean, that's it. Some people grow out of it earlier in life. Some people never grow out of it, right? Never do. But they're trying to figure out, and when you are tied to people, you got to realize you're going to be looking for them to validate you, and God has already validated you. He's already said you got the skills. And I'm here to tell you, all you need is the mindset to navigate this whole real estate business, this whole fix and flip agency. It doesn't matter where you're fitting, rolling AI, technology, any of that stuff. All you need is the mindset. All you need is somebody to tell you, hey, don't do this, don't do that. Watch that right there. And you need to sit down and just sit in this for a little bit and think about the situation. Because you got the wisdom of God in you to get over it. Come on, let's rock. Keep on.
No, hun. You didn't change. You just stopped making yourself smaller to keep the wrong people calm. Secret haters don't celebrate your progress. They monitor it. They take mental notes. They look for cracks. They'll call it concern. But what it really means is, I liked you better when you didn't realize your worth.
Yeah, she said, I like you better when you did not realize your worth. I told you, worth, that's your value. You don't let them determine it. You determine your value, not just you determine it in multiple ways by knowing your identity and who you are, how you stack in this earth. Then you also maximize your value by increasing your skills. I told my wife something the other day. It was interesting. I said, man, I did this for this period of time, and I've got this skill in doing it. All I got to do is go do the same thing over here, just a different location, same principle, same skills. I know what to do now. I know how to pivot and move. Doggone. But you got to see, most of the people you keep posturing for don't even want you to win. You don't know that they don't want you to win. Not everybody's your friend, bro. Not everybody's your friend. But I'm here to tell you. This is Leon from Real Estate Lunchbox. I'm just here to tell you. Don't worry about it. If you like, subscribe, follow, I will be a friend to you. Come on, let's go.
Here's the part nobody tells you. You don't need a confrontation. You don't need an argument. You don't need to announce anything. Just stop giving people front row seats to a life they never clapped for. A real friend doesn't get quiet when you win. A real friend isn't irritated by your joy. A real friend doesn't feel threatened by your peace. So if someone's behavior feels off lately, if the energy has shifted, if the support went silent, if the room got colder when you got better, trust that. Not everyone who exits your life is a loss. Sometimes people fade out because you finally stopped shrinking to make them comfortable. Protect your peace like it actually matters, because it does.
She is not wrong. You got to protect your peace like it actually matters, because it really does. And I've noticed relationships that have come into my life in the past, and my peace exited out the same day. But you know what? When you're stubborn and you don't quite see it, or you don't want to admit it, it was for the best. I'm telling you, it was for the best. Some of y'all who know. And if you're trying to get into real estate, you better just know. Yeah. I got my dog out the cage today. He rolling around. He hurt his little paw, man. His paw's not little, actually. His paw is about as big as my hand, right? About halfway the size of it. About a year old. He's kind of corsal. So he's going to be straggling around here. He might walk in. Who knows? We'll see. Hey, let me make sure that dude's not doing nothing crazy. Then we get back with the show. All right, boom. Your boy's back. Let me grab me some water, too. Joker just laying down there on the cage. Man, put it on your clock. 4 o'clock on Thursdays. We're going to have the real Leon Duncan. We're going to be streaming live. Yeah. I'm going to start streaming live. This is the wife. Huh. What's up, babe? I'm on the stream. Good. Yo, it's already taken care of. It's good. We good. All right. Love you. She's like, all right, I got to go. Yeah. All right, cool. Let's rock. Man, I love this. This is a nice little bright Wednesday afternoon. Wednesday during the day. Let's go. Boom, boom, boom. All right, cool. So, house flippers. The market is really adjusting. And it's crazy. I said this, home flippers, is home flipping dead? I'm gonna tell you my perspective on this. Let me give it a second. Let's rock it. Let's check it out.
Higher mortgage rates, high home prices, and tight supply are all conspiring to squeeze investors in the home flipping play. Last year, the number of flips, which is defined as a home bought and sold in the same 12-month period, dropped nearly 4% from the year before to the lowest level since 2020. And that is according to Adam, which is a data provider. Now, investor flips accounted for 7.4% of all 2025 home sales. That's down from 7.6% in 2024. Flips are falling. Why? Because profits are falling. A lot. Given the highest median home prices on record, the typical home flip netted investors just $65,981 in gross profit. Might sound like a lot, but that's gross profit. And it's a 25.5% return on investment.
So to give you an idea, 25.5%, 25.5% in return on investment. This 65, we got to break these numbers down, okay? If you are profiting $65K on a transaction, let's say your average is about $1,200. Some people have it more. They definitely don't have it less. But let's say some people have it more. That's your interest-only payments that you end up paying each month when you have a property you're flipping. So keeping it round numbers, $1,200, 12 months, you're taking about $14,400, $500 out of the deal, okay? So if they netted about $65K, let's do round numbers because I like round numbers. It makes sense. It's easier to explain, okay? 65,000, 1,400, 14,000 out of it, right? Hold on. Let me see. Look at me. Yeah. So 14,000. So let's do 65. Take 6,500, 65,000 minus 14,000. 14,000. Now you're down to 51. You're like, Leon, okay, no, you made 51K. Okay, cool. We still got to factor in how much you spent for your stuff. Like we still got to look at that. We got to look at how much you spent. We're doing ball figures of how much you paid monthly. We're not even talking about how much you put down before you walked into the deals. Now, if you with Legacy Peak, like I am, boom, click the link below. We got 100% financing for DSCR loans. In the state of Georgia, we got 100% financing for these fix and flips. And I'm gonna tell you, people are getting it. People are doing it. Fix and flipping isn't bad. It's just bad when a person doesn't know what they're doing, nor do they have the guidance, nor is that it also, I was saying nor, also is an additional, that money that they're putting in, they don't know how to calculate the return of it coming out. Doesn't that go back to mentorship? Yeah, it probably does go back to mentorship. But at the end of the day, man, that these things, these costs, we're talking about the cost of keeping the utilities on, okay? Had a partner I worked with before. She decided she wanted to stop paying the bill, paying the utilities, just stop paying everything. I'm like, this doesn't work good. This is the last time we probably gonna be working together, and it damn well was. So if you take about $1,000 just in utilities, you're talking about water, you're talking about electric, and it could be less for some people. Don't get it twisted. I know some people are gonna watch this and say, Leon, you crazy. We can do $1,000. That's a lot. Okay, you do it based on yours. Now I'm down to like 40. I'm down to 39,000. Don't let that project take about 5 to 6 months to do, which some projects do. Some people like to go for the ones that take a lot. 5 to 6 months to get done. That means you're getting up and you're going to see that project every day. And sometimes you're spending 3, 4, 5 hours down there. Sometimes you're in the day. Your whole day can be consumed, especially if you're a beginner, with monitoring that project and the contractors that's there. I'll let that sit on you for a little bit. 5 days out the week, at least showing up somewhere for about 3 to 5 hours out the day. Yeah. That's not a lot of money. Because when you sit back and you realize, man, damn, I could have made that same amount of money doing something different. And some people get smart. They say, oh, I'm going to do 3 of them at the same time.
Now, that is down from a 32% return the prior year, and that's the lowest rate since the Great Recession in 2008. Now, just for comparison, in the boom decade following the financial crisis, when everyone was flipping homes, profit margins were higher than 50%, peaking at 61% in 2012, which is around when home prices bottomed. Now, net profits, that is, the returns after you've fixed up the property, they can vary widely depending on local labor, material, and financing costs. But across the U.S., they are still under pressure. Why? Ongoing supply chain issues, tight labor, and tariff-related increases in those material prices. So what about this year? Well, as always, mortgage rates are a problem because they were supposed to be falling, but they have been rising due to the war with Iran. Now, more investors are using financing, nearly 38% last year compared with 37% the year before. So for much more on the state of flipping, and we've got a new podcast with the CEO of JLL on the Middle East, private credit, and of course, AI. It is all in the Property Play newsletter, dropping in a few hours. Go to it. It's free, cnbc.com/propertyplay.
When it comes to renovating houses, flipping, making things better in order for you to create a profit, what I realized is there's a lot of problems that come up. Problems with contractors, problems with spending extra money on materials, problems with all your costs going absolutely crazy and running off. I think for us, the best way to learn is to get into the real estate business, become a real estate agent, work with investors. As you work with investors,
Hint, hint. That's exactly what I did. I got into the business, focused on investors. And that's why I wrote that book in the link. Hit below. It's like $4.99. 6 figures working with real estate investors. How to actually get there for real estate agents. Because the agents is a lot of agents that refer deals to me. And I'm sitting back wondering, like, damn, they could actually be doing this deal. But it's like I don't want to work with investors, or I don't know about working with investors. That's most of it. I don't know. So that's the play right there. That's the easy, smoothest play to get a cool education when it comes to it. Still be able to make money as a real estate agent, and then you put yourself in a position to be a private money lender. Hint, hint. The links below. Legacy Peak. If you're looking to flip a property.
you learn and see what they do right, what they do wrong. Then on your first few deals, you should probably put up your own cash, a lot of your own cash and your own money, just so you can feel the pressure and see how the process goes and figure out your money management skills. And then after that, when you start to once you've done a few successfully with your own money, then you diversify and start working with hard money lenders and different things like that. I think a lot of times people start the process in reverse by not having enough experience and just going into the game with borrowing money to renovate. And then what happens is they run out of money, and then they end up not being able to sell the property, not having enough money for contractors, not being able to pay the interest fees that come with borrowing money from banks. And I think that's where the problem comes in. We're always looking to buy more properties and look at different properties, but what people have to realize is it takes time, effort, energy, and sacrifice, and just a lot of work out in the field to eliminate as many mistakes as possible, because the wrong mistakes can literally leave you with no money on the table. You bite off more than you can chew on a big project.
Is fix and flipping making a comeback this year?
Yes, fix and flipping will make a comeback if 2 things happen. One is for sure going to happen. Rates are going to come down this year once Powell leaves. Sure, I don't want to hear anything from all these jerk-offs that say, no, shut the fuck up. What's going to happen when rates come down, people who are holding on to their properties are going to be moving up. There's going to be a lot more activity in the real estate game. Once there's activity, fix and flip naturally goes up. If and when Donald Trump changes the laws and make sure that the big corporations can't play with the little guys, also the fix and flip market is going to be way more activity in that sector.
Yeah, I kind of believe at the end of the day, and we're gonna get, and I'm getting more and more into this. Fix and flippers, man, they're going to be, in my opinion, along with the builders, the cure for some of this short inventory loss. But I heard it said the other day, we don't really have an inventory issue. We've got an affordability issue. but the truth is, the more inventory will actually make the numbers tied to affordability drop, because you need more competition. That's really what it comes down to. I price my house more reasonably when I see that the deal this house is competing with other houses around me. When I see those other houses getting picked up and my house is still sitting, hint, hint, typical seller right now, they're either not listing it, they're pulling it, or it's sitting. Now I think twice about how I listed it, how much money I have in the marketing, and in addition to that, what the price is. So I keep telling people buyers are in the best place, but I truly believe after that, next to the buyer, as the rates get hit, because I believe, they're going to go down. They will go down. If you have Trump to say anything about it, they're going to go down. Are you going to be in a position now to take advantage of these lower rates and these buyers that have been sitting on the side, right?
$50, go buy you an 8-ball. Flip the 8-ball, you're going to make $300 off that. Take the 300, get you a quarter. Take the quarter ounce, flip that, take the half ounce money, flip the half ounce money, now you're ready for an ounce. You got a quarter.
What do you think, like, overall is...
Now you're ready for an ounce. Hey, that's how you get your weight up, right?
Going to be the biggest opportunity in 2026.
Ironically, in real estate, if we're talking, I actually think being a flipper is a great opportunity. I do. You want to know why?
Why?
Because there are none.
I know, yeah.
Bro, like, we're wholesaling deals to these flippers that are good deals to flip.
Now you got to sell them good deals.
If you're a flipper and your only thing is, hey, I buy from wholesalers, you have no marketing expense, you have no team, you have no monthly overhead, you have nothing. So like a wholesale operation, you got leads, you got monthly overhead, you might pay some salary. Like you actually have a business that's got expenses.
But your risk is low. Your risk is drastically lower. And to even stack on top of that, the average guy can get in there and do it without having a large infrastructure. And even worse, AI has made it where if you don't have an infrastructure, you can build flow for your deals and be that one person, and you're moving a lot. So we don't have to pay like we used to have to pay. We used to have to pay people that were on the phone, people that would make the calls for us, our admin people that would go either write the contract, people that would do the prospecting, make the calls, right? Return the message. You don't have to do all of that now. AI has made it so simple that all you got to do is get in there and just commit to building.
Average, just solopreneur flipper, which is how I started for many years. You don't need anybody. You could go buy 5 to 10 deals a year that you cherry pick that fit your buy box that are really good. You could make $500,000. Yep. Granted, you take risks because you got to.
If you knew, a buy box is just your parameter in which you buy property.
Take on debt and everything else. But if you buy right, you can find good deals now because wholesalers have to give you a good deal.
Is right now a good time to flip houses in 2026? There are some new things that I would consider that I didn't consider back then. Right now, I'm also looking at the financing, what kind of hard money is lending me. Because right now, with everything's going on, construction and labor has been a big deal here lately. And if the project's something like this, I used to finish in 1 month, but then if a project takes me 3 to 6 months because of lack of labor, construction workers and stuff like that, each month, each house can be paying interest between $2 to $3 grand a month. So if I don't have the great construction power or all that stuff, it could eat all my profit. It could be a bad deal. So right now, I have to think about all these little terms and all that stuff like that. And right now, the market, whether people are buying, there's a lot of listings going active on the market. So I have to do the pricing the home at a very good price for it to sell. So it's better to under deliver on the market price and then go a little higher on the construction costs. So you have to add a little bit more buffer. I'm adding a lot more ton of buffer in my deals right now, just in case of those terms. And I have to consider that just in case something happens. If you like this content, please follow.
I want to commend this young lady. I mean, she is directionally correct. But I don't want you to believe that this is just this easy, because it's not. Nothing good comes easy. Only in the dictionary does the word success come before the word work, because it's alphabetical. Okay, so find the property. However you find the property, I want you to find the worst property on the best block. hood adjacent, I want you to identify that property. I don't want you to get a hard money lender. A hard money lender is going to charge you, if the normal interest rate is 8%, 6%, 7%, that hard money lender is going to charge you 15%, 20%, plus what's called points. So 20 points and 20% interest is 40% if it's a year deal. So you're not going to make any money.
Unless you are getting a loan through Legacy Peak, where we have 100% financing for your deal. Give us a call in Georgia. Give me a call.
And they're going to have all kind of stipulations in that hard money contract where if you sneeze, if you miss a mark, and it's probably adjustable rate loan, so the rate payments will go up and down, mostly up, if you don't refinance them out of this deal. Anyway, if you sneeze, they'll own that whole property. The hard money lender will. So if you want to have good credit, go to Operation Hope. We'll help you with that. And get a bank loan for acquisition and construction, or acquisition and rehab.
Okay, so what he's saying is that if you stay away from hard money lenders right now in the season, you can actually make up for it with a second home loan, or DSCR second home loan, that will allow you to buy and flip the property and then sell it with less out of pocket. My only pullback with that, like my only thing with that, I'm gonna tell you, and it's not because I'm pushing a hard money product or a hard money lender, because you can call any hard money lender. You don't have to call me at all. Definitely one call, that's all. But you don't have to call me. What I would say is, if you're trying to build and create it where your fix and flip profits show up in an LLC as being profits that are earned, you close with the attorney, you make your money, it gets paid directly to you based on his method. That means there isn't, because these commercial traditional banks that are giving out those second loans, they don't put it together like a loan program for a business. It's not a commercial loan. It's a personal loan. Yeah, it's cheaper to get in, but you do set yourself up with liability just in case something happens that you can't put onto your LLC. You know, it's going to come on you personally. You'll be personally reliable. You can't turn around and show a profit loss statement at the end of the year showing, hey, I made this much in profit, but then have that nice gravy write off because you spent so much doing a bunch of other stuff that you can write off against your profits that are earned. And then you can write off also the losses in real estate, because there are going to be deals that you do when you flip houses that you're going to break even, or in some cases you're going to lose money. And I hope you don't lose it. I hope you break even. Okay. Or you may not make as much, and you already had the expenses that you want to write off. That is the only problem I have with this bit of information. He's not wrong. Technically, you will have a better, lower barrier to entry. But if you are looking or have to keep that house, he said construction of perm, and you have to keep the house, you're going to end up now keeping that house in your personal name and going and having it assigned to an LLC on the back end for the rental purposes. And between that purchase to that assignment time, you're going to deal with that liability. And once it's assigned over, yeah, they're going to know that it was you already, because it's going from your name to a LLC name with no real transaction history. That's just my bit of it. Everybody has a different approach. Some people do it where they buy it under their personal name. All power to them. You definitely have to see through walls and just put yourself in a place where you anticipate when something happening, and you're able to protect and cover yourself.
And build the property out with a construction loan. Get a permanent loan from the bank at prime rates, all right? Particularly in this environment, you want to get the best rates possible, and you want to get an 18-month loan if you plan on selling it, buying it, you're building it to sell it. I prefer if you build something to hold it, not flip. This is not the environment for be flipping properties. And she makes it seem like it's so.
So let's talk about that. It's not that this is not the environment to flip property. It's clear, and I've seen it just through all the different real estate shows that I listen to, all the people I talk to, all the investors I talk to, and then seeing the numbers all on the lending side and all this. You only flip when the deal is good. So I probably had one or two clients that got pissed off at me and they disappeared because I said, hey, honestly, it's your very first deal. You should be buying to hold. You're not ready to outpace the market going down in the area that you purchase in. And when I say going down, meaning if there's other people listing, retail people listing their properties on the market in that same subdivision that you're in, you're going to experience competing against them on the market to get your property sold. So it's going to be the fastest one down if your home isn't stellar. Now, listen to what I'm saying, if it isn't stellar, because you can do a project, and I know people who do projects, they bring in a whole architect. The architect does the whole design. They take out the whole ceiling. They take away the attic, and then you got vaulted ceilings and all these things that when you walk in, taking a bungalow to open space concept bungalow, a bungalow that's open space. Like you walk in and you see the kitchen, you got the living room, you may go down the hallway, you got the bedrooms back there, but it's open concept. Yeah, those things move. They got a feel for what's going on in the market. They know when people see it, they're gonna, I want that, right? And it's better than all the other stuff that's around them. Okay, so knowing that, if you're gonna walk into it, whether it's the Atlanta market, Houston market, LA, don't flip in LA, please. That's the worst. To me, Cali is the worst state to flip real estate in, and followed by New York. Okay, that's my opinion. Do whatever you choose to do. But at the end of the day, okay, you're still, if you're in any of those cities, you know what kind of moves the buyers in that area. So, and if you don't know, that's why I say becoming an agent isn't bad. You don't have to practice it all the time. You can drop the license, but you get the foundation. You get a chance to check out the market. You get a chance to network and see what moves. And if you structure the deal right, you won't have any problems. Some people disagree. That's their opinion. Let's keep rocking.
Where you buy properties and flip them, and that I don't, it's like recommending crypto to somebody right now. I just wouldn't do anything that's risky. You would find in this economy a safe place to go sit down somewhere, buy it, rehab it, rent it, hold it, or buy it, rehab it or build it, live in it, hold it.
So what he's describing is the BRRRR method: buy, renovate, refinance, repeat. This is a great way, which I'm even telling my clients, listen, this is what you probably want to do right now, because we're dealing with people that are struggling trying to find great apartments or homes to actually rent. You can fulfill that need and help meet the need in the market. Hint, it's just like anything else. You find a problem and you solve it. That is the problem right now. Okay, that's a big problem. People can't find clean, affordable, nice rentals to actually rent in. So if you can do it like that, when you refinance, you pulling that money out and you're taking that same cash and parking it in another asset. Okay, so I always felt like that is one of the best things to do if you can. Some people can't do it because it does require you to have a certain level of cash flow. Bro, you're not going to get money, get paid, pull it out and go ball. You can't. You practically, if you do it right, you might get a little bit more than what you put in, right? Make some profit. But the whole deal is you're building pieces here and there. In my opinion, I won't even get into all of that. But yeah. And yeah, I'm going to tell you, honestly, because some of these cats won't even tell you. When you get that house, turn it into a pad split. Don't do an Airbnb. Don't turn around and just do a single rental. Pad splits are what's in right now. And if it's cool in your city and in your state, there's no laws that govern against it, pad split is probably where you want to be. And that's nothing more than sharing a house, people sharing a house, and they may pay you how much you get paid or a portion of what you would get paid just renting it out to one person. So if you were normally going to be making $1,200 from a month on renting it to one family, you might turn around and make $500 to $800 renting one room out with the access to the rest of the house per a week in a lot of cases using pad split. I'm just going to tell you what it is. You choose to do what you want to do, but this is the purpose. If you do not sit back and look at what's happening in the market, you won't see money opportunities, whether it's in content creation, whether it's in real estate, whether it's in it's insurance, whatever it may be, lending. There are a lot of opportunities that are beginning to develop because AI is coming on the scene, because of the tightening of the market. And I tell you, like I keep saying, the money is made when there's blood in the streets. Unfortunately, but that is the truth. It is the truth. We can't make it up. So you need to know this stuff if you ever in your future, in the next year, 2, 3 years, want to do anything with real estate. Stay up with how the money's moving, how the market is moving. And I didn't do that as much when I was in my first early 3, 4, 5 years in the business. I just would go, oh, that's great. And I'll go, but I'm telling you, so you don't make that mistake.
Ride this out. In 3 or 4 years, you have enough equity to get a home equity line of credit, a HELOC, right? Pull a conservative amount out if you want to buy a second property. But this, you're never going to make any money flipping properties. Sorry, you're going to make some money. You're not going to build any wealth, right? Making money is so getting rich is a contract. I cover this in my book, Financial Literacy for All. My new book, Capitalism for All, is out, which is an absolute best book I've ever wrote. It's my 7th book. And I'm an entrepreneur and a businessman. I built 40 companies, I have 400 full-time employees, I have offices across the country. My payroll is a couple $1 million every 2 weeks. So I run businesses, all right? Most of me people know me from Operation Hope, even though I've got a bunch of other companies on the for-profit side. So the books are just something I do to try to help you to lift up, institutionalize this thought process of learning in the civil rights movement, okay? So I want you to learn from somebody who's done it. I want you to buy and hold, because real estate does not typically go down. It goes up. Even in a recession, it recedes. And if you're using a hard money lender, you hope that you make as much money as the hard money lender makes in this deal, because they're set up to win. It's like going to Las Vegas, the house always wins. But it's a race, because you're raising running interest, you got fees. It's just set up not to work for you, particularly in the current quasi-recessionary, slowing economy, higher costs rising, certainly supply cost environment, inflation of raw material environment. The prices right now are going up for those things. So you build wealth in your sleep. Make money during the day, okay? That's income, cash flow. This buy and flip suggests the philosophy. You build wealth in your sleep, which is appreciation, compounding, stocks, bonds, real estate equity, right? That compounds over time. So if you have 10% or 20% in a project and you're financing it with, or even 30%, you have 30% of the project, you're financing it with 70 or 80% of good prime bank debt, then it's appreciating, if you bought a good property and you bought it under market and you've done what I've told you, you're going to get the benefit of the whole dollar, but you only have 30 cents of your own money at maximum. And you got prime rate financing with good credit. So the likelihood of you doing well with that, even if you're flipping the property, is going to be well. If you're holding on to it, even better. Hope this has been helpful. Go get my book, Capitalism for All. Listen to my podcast, Money and Wealth and the Black Effect Network on iHeartRadio. And go to Operation Hope for coaching and counseling. Tell them I sent you. Peace and light.
3 houses in 1 year. Number 1, you'll need to find land on investorlift.com, MLS, or find a wholesaler. Number 2, after you have the property under contract, you want to reach out to a
Don't find land on the MLS. Going off market, you probably find the better deals. You won't have to pay any of these wholesaling fees and some of the in-between spots. We got a Georgia off-market property list. Go ahead, is in the link below. You can like, subscribe, follow, and stay up to date with me on that. Put in your information, name, phone number, all that good stuff. Just go to the list. We'll get it out to you. It comes out once a week. I'm not an advocate of finding deals on the MLS, because I don't believe there's really good deals on the MLS. There probably was at one time, but in 2026, you might find some in 2026. People got to drop prices, but nah. Some lenders, if you're buying the property, will not loan if it's on the multiple listing service, especially at the price that it is that you're buying it for. So commercial lenders, not talking about the regular Chase, Wells Fargo, or any of those, but the brokers who handle the lending portion for investors, hard money lenders, they have different rules. So you want to make sure that if you buy it off the MLS that it fits. But you will always benefit by going with a wholesaler if you choose a good wholesaler. Not all are great, but if you learn how to find those deals yourself, the world changes, bro. Trust me.
Money lender who will pay up to 100% of the purchase price of the land and the construction. Number 3, you want to complete your project with the bank's money. Number 4, refinance the project, pay the lender back, take the rest of the equity, rinse and repeat.
Okay. Right now, the market is flooded with wholesalers, with flippers, with everyone in that space, right? So you have to be able to stand out. You have to have an angle that they don't have. And how do you do that, especially if you're just starting out? Well, I can tell you, it's getting around people who do it every single day. Becoming valuable for them at low to no cost is going to be your key.
That's why I said getting in, and I'm still an advocate for it, getting your license so you can become a helper, someone that finds deals for these people, someone that works from them from that standpoint, from that position. And when you get in that position, you will learn a whole lot. I learned wholesaling from someone that I started to help him and to find deals to wholesale. Then I learned how he wholesaled. Then I learned how he's subject to. Then I understood about taxes and then subject to in taxes, when you should, when you shouldn't, the water, all these different things, tax liens, lis pendants. I learned those in actual application, not from the real estate school, not from going in, because the school only teaches me the information. It only has a specific type of criteria it wants to teach me. I learned it from investors that were actually out there doing it. So that's why I'm an advocate for that. Some people argue, they say, no, don't have your license. You can be wholesaling and do it. That's true, you can. But you also, and what people don't tell you, you can be a real estate agent that wholesales also. There are some top companies in the business right now that are wholesaling, and they're making a shitload of money right now because people need to sell, and they're going to sell it to them, okay? Or people just need to get rid of the property. You got to look at it like this. When the economy and people are suffering and they're trying to get hold of cash, right? They're trying to get cash, whether to pay for college, whether to pay a car off, whether to pay mortgage off, doesn't matter. They're going to use that land, that piece of land, that house, that raggedy behind house that grandma left for them, great-great-grandma. They're going to use that, and they're going to use that, and they're going to sell it. They're going to call somebody and say, oh, you buy houses cash right now? Oh, okay. Shoot, I got a house. Come and take a look at it. And it's just going to be like that. And they're just going to shop for the person who gives them the best deal. Okay? And if you can sell and plus give them a good deal, bring them to the understanding, then you can change a lot of different things. That's why I'm saying to some people, AI can definitely call people to sell, but AI can't sell. AI can take the information from all these different people and try to put it together, and they can present a good argument to someone on the other line. But when AI tells them, hey, yeah, I'm only going to give you $190 for the house, and they want $225, it's going to take a human being having an extensive conversation with them back and forth, an acquisition person, to bring them to the point to understand, damn, you ain't never getting no $225 for that doggone house. It's going to be $200 or $190. We can do a little leverage and give it to you for do the $200, but that's the best that we can. And they're going to feel like they won. You're going to feel like they won. Hey, yeah, AI can do some things, not everything.
Yeah, build up your work, your network, and again, your network is your net worth. Be able to provide for them and provide for yourself is going to be the key. So again, if you have that ability to be able to do that, great. If you don't, you have to figure it out. Maybe you have to work at nighttime and during the day do some real estate. You got to push a lot harder than people really realize it is. You know, that 40-hour work week thing, that is just the average industry standard. You know, I'm working 60, 70 hours a week minimum. And even when I'm not at work, I'm still, in my head, I'm still working. So, you know, it's really hard to beat somebody that doesn't stop, doesn't give up. And my only goal is to be better every single day. So, again, you have to get in there and realize, hey, you know, there's not many.
And stop. I've never been an advocate, or I'm not an advocate for you getting in and just grinding your life away. You can do it part-time. Don't focus on trying to beat them. Just focus on trying to make extra money. And then when you stabilize yourself, you had that foundation to your life. Like you're like, oh, I know I can do a deal every 3 months. Then you can slowly begin to scale up and be competitive. You don't have to have sleepless nights to compete against some of these people. You don't have to. You don't. Because they will burn out. Trust me. I know what I'm talking about. Trust your boy. I know what I mean. They will burn out. Hey, that's it. That's my tip for you. That's how you gonna dominate in real estate space right now. That's why I'm saying 2026 does belong to the flippers. It does belong to the wholesalers. It does belong to the creative people, the people who know how to do creative deals. You need to get in there and be one of those people and make that bunch of money. Or you can like and follow me, and when the school community is released, God, you'll know exactly what I'm thinking of, because we talk about it and we'll talk more about it. I enjoy talking about this type of thing. All right, shoot. I don't know what. Oh, I'm at the hour mark. Doggone. Talking, I just went fast just by talking. My life started spinning from talking. God, Lord. Yeah. Hey, put a shout out wherever you at. Tell me wherever you at. I'm definitely looking at. Leave a comment, share, like, subscribe. I just wanted y'all to know, because this is the thing. After 20 years of doing this, I learned some hard fucking lessons, bro. I learned some hard lessons. I actually had to learn how to do the business without spending the $5K that they want to charge y'all to actually do it. And part of it was going down a route as being an agent. Hey, real estate lunchbox. Hey. All right. Man, shoot, I'm at that hour mark. I got one more I'm going to drop for you. I'm lying. I might do 2. I might just do 2. That's a lie. You're a liar, Lincoln. Your breath stink, Leon. You're lying. You're lying. Okay. After that, I'm going to go to my little doggy. Let's use these shades right now. Make sure he's straight. Boy. All right. Now, this is dope, because I know people who actually go to these back kitchens for some of these restaurants in Atlanta. I know them, and they tell me what happens in the back kitchen of some of the restaurants that you guys love in Atlanta. And so I know what happens in the back kitchen of some of the places that you guys love in Atlanta. Not to mention that some of these places are closing down because of the back kitchen in some of the places that y'all love in Atlanta. Okay. They better not come knock on my door, because I ain't taking down this video.
Y'all trying, I hate to say it, but Ben Hunter been the most overrated restaurant in Atlanta for the last 20 years, Cole. I gotta keep it a bean, Cole. Last 15 to 20 years, Ben Hunter been the most overrated shit going, Cole. I just went to Ben Hunter last night, right? Now, I ain't been to Benny's in a minute. I wanted a little hibachi. I'm like, man, let me go get me a little hibachi, right? So tell me why I spent $100. I'm talking about 100 flat for 2 meals, Cole. And that shit was so mid. I'm talking about the soup don't even taste the same. Soup ain't Nathaniel. Salad, Nathaniel. The little dressing they be putting on the salad was strong as fuck. Twin. And then my chef got there acting like he can't goddamn cooperate. The waitress, she acting like, bless her heart. The baby acting like she can't hear. I just spent $101 for this bullshit. And then he ain't do no tricks. He just set the little shit on fire and then cooked. So if you telling me I paid for the experience, why the fuck he ain't make no volcano? Why the fuck he ain't make no choo-choo train? What the fuck are we doing, twin? Yeah, they just finessed the dog shit at me. Yeah, they got me for about $101. Then I left for a $5 tip because the service wasn't Nathaniel. So I did leave her $5. I left her something, but I didn't have to leave her anything. Twin? Yeah, that's some bullshit. Yeah. Ben Hunter's been the most overrated for the last 15 years, twin. And then the rice was mid as fuck. The hibachi wasn't even good, Cole. Man, hell no, man. What the fuck is the fire hibachi spot now? Where are we going now? Cause I tried, I fuck with Nikados, but you gotta catch Nikados at the right time. And I tried, what it is, Kiku. I don't think I'll fuck with Kiku for real, y'all. I might have to try him again, but the time I tried him, I don't think I'll fuck with him for real. Where the fuck is we get hibachi from? Fuck.
So this don't have nothing to
Oh
do.
man, yo, some of the best hibachis. If you screw up on rice on hibachi, you deserve to close down. Rice is probably the most simplest thing that you could possibly make. I make rice and I be like, and I tell the family I cooked.
Congratulations, well done.
Books, but I just want to let y'all know Nobu is overrated. Nobu in Atlanta is overrated. Y'all went there today, and first of all, for $60, I went early. I've never been. I got 2 little square pieces of fish wrapped in some lettuce. I also got edamames, and I also got a bowl of rice, and then a non-alcoholic beverage. Now, let me tell you something. I've been to these little fancy schmancy restaurants.
For $60? Hell no. Hell no. In this economy, you need to actually be feeding me. You can't give me this BS, bro. You can't. If I'm going to spend $100, because every time I'm go and I bring the family, I'm easily going to be into $150, sometimes $175. Yeah. And Kiko is that's a good hibachi spot. There's a couple hibachi spots that's pretty good. Yeah, I don't know. I stay away from the Benihana joint. But it's overrated. If I'm going to spend $150, $179, and I'm not talking about one, I think it's pretty inexpensive. I got, it's about 5 of us sitting down there, right? Yo, your boy want to eat. Like, I don't want that type of stuff. And you better cook the rice right, too.
Where they barely feed you and you got to pay all this money. You know what I'm saying? But, like, my thing is, if I'm about to pay $60 for a little 2 pieces of square fish, I'm going to need your personality behind that bar to be a little bit better. Child, they was acting like they didn't want me to be there. And I don't know if it's because I look like the lady of the night. Because I definitely don't. This is what I was wearing. I mean, I wasn't dressed up, but like...
Shorty, you ain't looking like the lady of the night. You doing good. You doing good. You doing good. I paused it on your face looking irregular, but you're still doing good, girl. Come on. Let's
chilling. Long skirt. Long dress.
Okay.
It's real poofy. I mean, it's showing a little body, but I can't help that. But, yo, the bartender was... Her energy was...
None of y'all black women can help it. Sisters can't help it. Y'all can't help it. Oh, no. Y'all just gonna walk into the spot and they gonna do whatever they gonna say about y'all anyway. Don't worry about it. Keep on going. Forget them. Just make sure they cook the rice right. You should, if they got smushy rice and it's not jasmine rice, wherever you go to, see, I'm on this rice trip right now because it's crazy. Dude was right. Benihana? Oh, God, bad rice.
So on -0, like had no energy. And I mean, hers was horrible, but then the other 2, it just, I don't know. I nobody asked if I like the food. I mean, I'm just restaurants that you spend that type of money and you go to like that, they typically, when they want to know, oh, how's everything going? You like the food? Nobody asked if I wanted more. To the point I had to pull my card out and I was just sitting there waiting. Y'all, Nobu, Atlanta, I know that we are, as black folks, we be trying to go to all the little fancy schmancy spots. We want to, be a part of it. But sometimes, y'all, we need to just go to our own stuff. Them people don't want us there. Them people do not want us there. And I don't want to be there. That little bit, I could have got so much more at right up the street at Toast.
Y'all need to learn to eat at home, honestly. I think the weight issue that Americans face is because they always eating doggone out. Like, yeah, and that's important. Like your health, y'all keep saying your network is your net worth. Your health is your wealth. That come before your network. I don't like networking with people that don't take care of their body, that don't take care of themselves. Because they're not going to take care of the leads or even my business when it's time to do it. Their business is a reflection of their body. And when I go to Nobu, you guys need to do that little pyramid thing where you put the little in hibachi thing where you put all the oil over the onions and you light it. That shit needs to be going to the ceiling. Like I need to see it flame on like a real volcano. Y'all there to give me a performance.
These are the most overhyped restaurants in Atlanta. according to me, and it's probably going to piss some people off, but that's not new around here. So starting with the most boring, any of the rays on the river, rays on the creek, rays in the streets, I don't know, not good. Canoe, same thing. 2 Urban Licks, Echo, Gypsy Kitchen, South City Kitchen. This one might burn a little bit, Marcel.
I never had a problem with 2 Urban Licks. Marcel, I ate at Marcel, and I was feeling Marcel's steak. I just was not, like, the ambiance wasn't the thing for me. If y'all check out Marcel wasn't bad. Like, the steak, I was feeling the steak. It was all marinated. You know how they have the steak where it's aged and they tell you it's aged. Some Negroes know they put that thing together yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But it's aged, though. Aged over 24 hours. I think the liquid that they put on it, the dressing that they put on it, is the aging. It's got to be, because if that steak is aged too long, when does it become spoiled? I got all these questions. That's why I only order select things, and I'm telling y'all need to learn to eat from home. Y'all really do.
Sorry, it's good. It is actually good. It's just overhyped. Barcelona.
What? She's not lying. Marcel is, yeah. You can have a cigar outside, though. After you have your steak. That's enough for me, bro.
It's just not that great. It's a cute little vibe. The patio's fun. It's cute, okay? Just the food is underwhelming. Forza. Why are we going to Forza? The service sucks. It has never been good, even before ever. Like, it's just not been good. On the same, like, street as that, though. Not on the same, like, actual road, but in the same, like, stream of consciousness. Nobu, Atlanta, is awful. Lilia, la, it was good. It's just overhyped, you know?
This is the second hit on Nobu. Nobu. Dang. The best food is the food you can eat at home. I'm just telling y'all for real. Honestly, there's too many restaurants in Atlanta that's closing down. This probably get a couple more closed down. I didn't intend to do this, but I do believe the people need to know where they're putting their money at. So if nobody challenges these people, they're still going to continue hiring bum service and having a very bad cook, sous chef, line chefs in the back. Some of these places, y'all need to go check out the kitchen. And I'm going to just leave it like that. Because I know. Don't ask me how I know. I just know.
Oh, that's my list. Let me know what I left out.
Because you're going to get into it. We went to H&W Steakhouse in Atlanta, Peachtree Corners, and it was horrible. It's overpriced. They gave me what I ordered, the seafood tower roasted. They gave me mussels that look like balled up knots and BB shot.
Oh, I hate that. Balled up. You know when they cook it and then all of a sudden it go like this small, the muscle? Because it wasn't a muscle. It was a thread. It was like a ligament. It was not even a ligament. A ligament is larger. It wasn't even a vessel. It was ugh. Oh boy. Anyway, let's keep going.
Yes, we ordered a steak. They asked, did you want butter on it? We ain't paying no attention. They charged us $15 a steak for butter. Then they charge you, it's overpriced and it's not good.
For service fee, and y'all ain't even let us
$25 a piece for service fee. And then,
oh God,
we ordered shrimp scampi. They gave you a little bowl like this for $50. It's overpriced, and it would be okay if the food were good, but the food was not good at all. I'm just sorry, it wasn't good. And then we had birthday people. They made the birthday people share one cake.
One slice out of a probably a gigantic cake.
Everybody, the 2 birthday people, they made them share cake. H&W is not it.
Oh, y'all evil. Oh, y'all evil. Sharing a cake. I'd be damn I'm sharing a cake with any of y'all. See, what y'all don't know is that these people don't care about y'all. They only care about your money. And some of the reviews that you guys read, God, the reviews is bad. I read reviews before I go, and I would say probably 50% of the time the reviews are good. I mean, it may look good with the point system, but somebody didn't have taste buds. And I'm going to tell you, to all my Caucasian people out there, all my Caucasian brothers and sisters, yeah, I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you, and I'm damn well talking to you. You can't leave a review at a very tasteful place that cooks with seasoning, if you're not familiar with how it tastes when you cook and eat with seasoning. I'm just going to leave that like that. I know some of y'all not going to like it. No disrespect, but it's the truth. It's honestly the truth. Some of the things y'all think is great, taste good. It's horrible. It's horrible. Okay? It's horrible. That's just, let me keep going so I can get done with this.
The birthday that was there had to share that. Exactly. We went there. I mean, the atmosphere was nice, but honey, it was not worth the money. Each one of the steaks were the steaks are about $100, and it tastes like they just took it out the freezer and fried it. No seasoning, nothing. The shrimp scampi was not.
See, that's the other angle too. You guys, you don't taste seasoning. I'm sorry, my Caucasian brother. Y'all don't taste seasoning, so y'all think it's great. Y'all look at it and say, oh, man, yeah, I eat there again. I go there, and I'm like, where the hell is the pepper? Damn well, why did you put salt on meat? It's already going to resonate salt. I don't need no more salt. Where the hell is the hot sauce? And can we get some meat, like, you know, like the steak sauce, like seasoning? Oh, no. Can we get some? Y'all wondering why these restaurants closing down? I'm telling you, I'm putting you game, so you know. Don't feel like I should have went there before it closed. No, Negro, it closed for a reason. Okay.
Worth it, baby. I want to think. Tell them how your H&W. Oh. Yeah, they gave me lobster with no, and they blamed me for eating it. They gave me a lobster shell.
Dry.
What happened?
I had noodles with no. I had shrimp scampi with no scampi.
And tell them about my seafood platter. That my lobster petite platter was $100 and something. And what was wrong with my lobster?
We had a half a lobster
with no lobster in it.
With a shell.
And they accused me of eating it. Then they gonna give me a discount. Motherfucker, all that, it was not worth it. At all.
But the customer service was good.
It was some of the customer service except for that one waiter. What was his name? I don't know. But he was the one that accused me when we kept telling him that there was a problem with my seafood. The seafood was dried out. It wasn't buttery. It's a lie. H&W is a lie. Y'all just go in there just so it can look. It was not worth it.
I didn't even know she was gonna go this long, bro. I had no idea. Y'all got JJ in the back cooking.
Whole table probably came to about $700, and the shit was nasty.
It was nasty.
Everybody didn't even hardly eat their food, but hey.
Go to Longhorn.
Go to Longhorn. Cook your own shit.
3 places that I've been in Atlanta that have been overhyped and were terrible. Number 1 is going to be Pascal's. All black people love Pascal's, right? Like, I get it. It's like one of those historically black places or whatever. That stuff was not good, y'all. Next place is STK. I understand going here for your birthday because it's on Peachtree and it seems like a nice place to go. But I've been to STK in 3 different cities. I went in New York, Toronto, and here in Atlanta. And it's been mid every place that I've been. The next place is Fox Brother Barbecue. I don't know who convinced y'all that was good barbecue, but man,
I'd rather get the barbecue from the dudes that do it on the side of the street. Honestly, it spazzes my wife out, but real talk. To me, they the bulls that put the southern, like they put the sauce on it. Ooh. They put all of that, like, oh, it just look good. It just look cooked. My wife, like, you don't know what you're getting. I don't care. I don't know what I'm getting when I go to STK. Like, I don't know what I'm getting when I go to all these other places. I'd rather support the bro on the side of the street with some good ribs and some hog maw, some chitlin. I ain't eat no hog maw or chitlin. Some pig feet. Some pig feet. I'd rather support that. Take me to where you got some can't do sweet potato pie. Sweet potato. Yeah, some sweet potato pie that I could pick from with your barbecue menu. If I can't do cornbread, if I can't do sweet potato pie, if your macaroni and cheese look like some dried up fish eggs. Dried up. I don't want nothing to do with it. Y'all need to look at the food before you go and you sit down in those places like this where you're going to serve yourself, or it's going to be buffet like, and this ain't buffet like. But you need to send the food back. Let me change my story. Send the food back when you see this. Some of y'all don't send it back. Oh, I'm just going to eat. I'm hungry. Hell no. They need to know. They need to know. The chicken is dried up as grandpa's face. No, I'm just.
I really don't like the place. This is just the extra one because I
Not my grandpa, somebody else's.
had a little bit extra time, but Cane's, y'all got on here and talked about it so good, and then I went all the way to Gwinnett County and have no seasoning on the chicken. Like,
I'm going to do a couple more of these because I had some that I had to deny from entrance because it would have been too heavy for y'all. Y'all just not ready for it. Y'all like to go to these places. We're going to do one on the black restaurants too. Because honestly, I love my black restaurants. I love my black restaurants. Y'all cook the best, even though y'all charge the most, and y'all definitely get money from the tipping before we even walk. We walk in and y'all say that's 10%, that's 15%, that's 25%. Make sure you put 25% gratuity on his check. Y'all know what they do. Don't act like y'all don't know. And it's worse when you got to turn around and you got to pay to park too. That's the worst. That's the worst. Give me a brother on the side of the street that does Polish sausage and he ain't from Poland. Oh no. You know, give me a sister on the side of the street doing some cornbread and some gravy with some freaking beef ribs. Don't give me pork ribs. Give me some beef ribs. I'ma support y'all all the time. And you better do it too. Hey man, like, subscribe, follow for more content. I am out. I gotta go do some work because this is just not what I do all day. But remember that God love you just the way that you are. Keep on rocking. Keep on pushing. We got a bunch of offers below. I'm giving away free stuff. The link is always in the description. Stuff you need if you're going to relocate to this place called Atlanta or relocating to any of those other counties. Hey, listen, like, subscribe, follow. I said that already. God love you. I said that already. Peace. I'm out.